Hello and welcome to the Women's Inspire Network show. And this evening we are going to be speaking to Sharon D from Ireland's Got Curves, and on the plus side is her new show, so we'll be learning all about that as well. Sharon, you're very welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on. I'm honoured. It's
Great.
great.
Actually, I have to point out that Sharon did do my hair and makeup as well. Okay, so she's pretty multi-talented, right? So tell us a little bit about yourself first.
So, I guess I'm living in Galway and I'm a family woman, you could say. I have a large family, which I love, but I'm also a businesswoman, and I think it's really important to be able to set an example for your children and be able to do things and let them learn from you, you know. So we're always having little ideas. I guess I've been an entrepreneur since very young, but not one that's made a load of money yet. So I'm going to keep going and get there eventually, but I just have fun doing it.
It's funny that you mentioned you've been an entrepreneur since you're very young. Okay, tell us, what was your first business? My first job is probably illegal now, because I believe I was only about 9 when I had my first paper round. Right.
9 years old,
Wow.
cycling around on a bike.
I thought you were going to say something else when you
6
said
in
it
the
was
morning.
illegal. I was
No,
like,
just my age. I mean,
Yeah.
6 in the morning, cycling around flats in London, delivering papers. It's,
Yeah, that's so dangerous.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's so
God.
dangerous.
So especially in the winter, like, oh my
Oh
God.
yeah, well the winter was great because you had the Christmas tips to look forward to,
Oh,
so that kept
lovely.
us going.
Yeah.
But yeah, from that then I went into hairdressing. So again, I sound like a dodgy character now. I lied about my age to get a job early
Del
on.
boy.
Yeah. So I was only 12 and I said I was 13 because that's the way it was
Aw.
to be a Saturday girl. So we got a kind of a rough trade there in the hairdressing, and it was an American company in England. They were the first for a makeup bar and a nail bar, so I was upstairs there all the time. So it's kind of learning hair and makeup, that kind of thing. Then I went away from that, did a bit of media, and moved over to Ireland and was going to, you know, go back to the hair and makeup and stuff. And I met a woman whose son had autism. So we had a great rapport and I used to mind him and stuff. And she said, have you ever thought about teaching? And I'm like, no, teaching me. But my business wasn't going so well at the time, and I said, look, I might do this until we get going. So she told me about this new method of teaching called ABA, which is Applied Behaviour Analyst, and I got on-job training. They got me through my masters. They did everything.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
So for 10 years I was doing that, but in Ireland, unfortunately, because I couldn't speak Irish, and because my initial degree wasn't in a teaching subject, I couldn't teach. So I would teach, and then at summer I wouldn't get paid, so I'd go back and do the hair and makeup. So, and between that, having kids, so kind of juggled that kind of thing.
And you've quite a few kids. Tell us, you've 7, is it?
I have 7 kids,
7
yeah,
children.
and 2 grandchildren. So
Oh my goodness, you
very
don't look like a
proud.
grandmother at all.
A grandma, they call me.
Well,
Yes,
you look
yeah,
brilliant, I
yeah.
have to say.
But it's great, and family is, to me, it's all about family, and it's always been about trying to create an existence around them and make things work together, set
Yeah.
a good example for them and all the rest. But I must say, when I reached 40, I had a bit of a, I don't know, did I lose my mojo? Or being a mum is great, it's the best thing in the world, but I think you do lose your own identity a little bit.
True.
So I had a midlife crisis. I didn't buy the sports car or anything, or get a toy boy or anything like that, but I started investing in myself again. I started looking at myself health-wise, where was I going? And it took me on a journey of looking at my body. You know, I'd always been down on myself for my body for a number of years, and I decided, no, I'm going to turn this around. So in 2016, I lost 4 stone, and I did my first triathlon at size 18.
Amazing.
And it was a real eye-opener for me, because the amount of people, I was doing a triathlon and I was raising money for the Irish Heart Foundation, and the amount of people that looked at me was like, you're doing a triathlon? And I was like, yeah, I am. And I suppose if I wasn't going to do it, I was definitely going to do it once people started questioning. And it made me kind of think, look at body image and how negative body image is and how that actually stops people doing it. So Ireland's Got Curves became born, you could say, out of that. So I was looking at the people that were going to the gym that were plus size, and feeling like they were being looked at and laughed at and whatever, and it stopped them going to the gym. But surely the gym was the place they needed to be.
Exactly, yeah.
And I found a lot of people, food is an addiction for a lot of people, and a lot of people comfort eat and everything else, and it's possibly a really hard addiction. I've not had any other addictions, but I would say the thing with food is it's something you have to do to live. So if you're gambling or drinking or doing anything else, you don't need them to live physically, but you need to feed yourself.
Yeah.
So it's a really tricky thing, and and then I went on this whole journey, and I just kind of said, do you know what? We need to love ourselves.
Yeah.
We need to appreciate where we are today. So today is our best day, and enjoy it.
A day at a time.
A day at a time. Like, people might not even come on a show like this because they feel too heavy or they've done, do you know, and it's just like, well, then you've just missed an opportunity.
Exactly.
You're defining yourself and letting your size define yourself and everything else. So I am all about health. I'm still going to be losing weight. I'm still going to be, you know, trying, and I do fall off more than I fall on at the moment, but I'm going to be continuing my journey. But I just think everyone wears clothes, and that was the next thing, that I was looking at television and I was seeing all these gorgeous girls, and don't get me wrong, absolutely stunning, but I'd be looking at them in the clothes they're wearing and thinking, that'll never fit me, or if I bought that, that would never look like that on me. So I'm sitting there with my cup of tea, and I feel like, oh, I treat myself to a biscuit because I feel bad. And all I was doing was putting on weight. And I just thought, everyone wears clothes, so we should see clothes on everyone.
Yeah.
So Ireland's Got Curves is a curvy convention. It's put as, nowadays in the plus size in the industry, 12 is plus size.
Really? 12
size 12 is plus size. Even some girls that are
12
size
to 14,
10.
like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even some girls that are a size 10 couldn't model because they're too curvy.
Oh my goodness, that's
Absolutely, yeah. Plus size in the industry starts at size 12.
Right.
So I just thought, why are we, and people don't like to be called plus size.
No.
Like, you'd look and say, but I'm a 12, I'm not plus size.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't
But
it?
we've put these labels on it,
We
and
have,
we've let it define us. And so anyway, we started off this thing. So we have Ireland's Got Curves. It's a curvy convention that happens annually in Dublin, and it has like stands and businesses and catwalks, and the catwalk models come along, and up to size 36, I believe we've had, and all ages. And then in fact, we've done a spin-off of this, and we raised money for Special Olympics Ireland, because we were saying, well, everyone wears clothes.
Yes.
So we had the Special Olympics Ireland, some of the team come and model on the catwalk for us.
Wonderful.
And we've done a fundraiser for them. And it's just about getting the images of clothing away from just one type to generalising it.
Clothes can make you feel great as well, though, if you've got the right size clothes and the right style and the right colours and all that kind of stuff. So it, like, when I was feeling bigger, I remember finding it difficult to find clothes that were like that fit me, that look good on me. So what you're doing is you're actually helping people to find nice clothes.
Nice
and stuff.
clothes. And also another problem, Samantha, is a lot of women shop. It doesn't matter the price tag on them. I don't know why the industry haven't tapped into plus size, like designers. Really, that's where the money is, because people will pay anything to look good.
Yeah.
But I found people just buying things that would fit them. They didn't even know what style they were. They didn't know what clothes they liked. Just if it fitted me and what made me look smallest.
Maybe you should be a stylist for plus size.
Well, you never know, but I just think I'd rather style the minds and kind of get inside and tell people, stop abusing yourself, stop beating yourself up. You're beautiful. You're the most beautiful today that you might ever be again. And you almost might be, you know, not at your best today, and you're never going to be that way again. But it's today, and don't let life pass you by.
Yeah, like, don't miss out on opportunities just because of feeling like you can't go, or you know that you might not fit in somewhere. But like, you know, if you want to do something, if you want to start a business, for example, you know, I would hate that to stop someone.
But it stops so many people starting a business. And I think the other thing as well is when it's a mental set. Whenever I go, this sounds real big-headed, but most people, I stand out in a room. Most people are like, oh wow, you're fantastic. Your dress is gorgeous. They don't know what it is about me, but what it is that the fact that I turn up and I'm present. I'm not hiding away. Do you know?
I remember the first day I like when I met you at the conference in Donegal,
Yeah,
and you
that was a
did
great
stand out, and you stood in the middle of the room at the pod table, and you weren't going to hide in the corner.
No.
Nobody puts Sharon in the corner.
Exactly.
Very good.
So I suppose from this has wrapped on to On the Plus Side, which is a show that's going to be on Facebook every Wednesday on Ireland's Got Curves Facebook page, and it's looking at the plus side of life. Don't let anything hold you back. It's not all about size related. It's looking at the plus side of life, positive mind thinking, and it's for people that aren't going to sit there and put other people down to make themselves look good.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to that. When does that start?
So that actually
should be started.
Yeah, by the time this goes out, this will be started. So
every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday at 8 o'clock on Ireland's Got Curves on the Facebook page.
Well done.
So So just a little bit of positivity coming into everyone's life every Wednesday.
Well, it's lovely, and I think anyone that's watching that's interested, if you could share it out for you as well,
Absolutely.
and we can share it for each other.
Yeah.
So let's find out a little bit more about Sharon.
Okay.
The questions that we ask everybody. So what is your favourite quote? Do you have one?
There's loads, but I suppose thinking back to the triathlon, I think I love the quote. Now I don't know where it comes from, so I apologise, but it's something like, first they will laugh at you and then they will ask you how you did it. I love that one.
Nice.
That
And
one,
what about your the best advice you ever got off somebody?
I suppose I don't know if it's advice or a confidence thing. My dad was kind of jack of all trades kind of fella, and he was a plumber, and he always said to me, whenever I wanted to do something, driving test, a blood test, anything, like as a kid, he'd always say, well, of course you can, you're a plumber's daughter.
Aww.
And I never knew what that meant when I was younger, but I just knew that I could do it because I was a plumber's daughter.
Exactly. Oh, that's brilliant, isn't it? Oh my gosh.
That's
I know
lovely.
my dad was like that too, a little bit of a Dell boy as well, in there somewhere,
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. But I think we kind of learn from our parents as well, our work ethic and all of that, like, get out there and do it. If you work hard, you'll get there, you'll get to where you want to be. And okay, and one other thing, what's your favorite movie?
Okay, I'm going to be really tacky but honest. I love Dirty Dancing. I love it. I have a dirty passion for Dirty Dancing. I, as a kid, must have watched it so many times, and maybe the whole no one puts baby in the corner thing comes out in me.
Maybe.
But
I actually said that a few minutes ago, so that's weird, isn't it? Yeah. No, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, you see, this is the thing about this show as well. We love to get to know the people behind the business. But like, there are people watching probably that are feeling inspired by you right now. Is there one bit of advice you could give them if they were thinking of starting a business?
Okay, I'm going to quote something that I saw on Facebook if I can, but it means a lot to me. Do you ever see the little one with the bird on the branch and the bird's about to fly, and he says to his mum, but what if I fall? And she says, but what if you fly? And I think that's so important in business, to fly, and do what you're going to do. Don't, obviously you market research and you look around you, but be honest to yourself and do what you want to do and how you want to do it. I don't have formal qualifications in business, but by God, I can market.
Yes.
And it's all because it's how I think it will work, and that probably gives it a different edge to other people's. So I don't apologize for the way I do it, and I fly. So take that risk.
Yeah.
Because what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
It's worse to not try something at all.
Yeah,
so
I agree. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you
Sharon.
so much. It's such a pleasure.
And the best of luck with your show. So
Thank
it's
you.
On the Plus Side every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on Facebook, on the Ireland's Got Curves Facebook page. So if you want to get in touch with Sharon, or if you'd be interested in being a guest on her show, definitely get in touch on the Plus Side, Ireland's Got Curves Facebook page. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you so much.